So here's a picture of the card out of its case. I've done a little touch-ups on it where there was rework done. I used some conformal coating to help glue it back. Well, I glued it and then coated it in some conformal coating. And some of those look really delicate, especially on the motherboard in there. Anyway, this is the graphics card. We have the XY board, I think it's called, and then on top would be the, so that's the G1 board, and this is this section here. And this board here is the VB2, and on top is the FHV1 1993.
I'm having issues here.
You can't find it?
I can't. I looked up.
What was I saying now? And then this unplugs. You have, I think that's 8 megabytes of memory for those guys. And
great. I can't even look at that. It's too.
those big chips right there. I'm not going to take this apart today, but kind of see. Those are the reality engines, if I remember right. And
They show how to take apart the graphics card.
yeah.
They sure show how to do that.
It's all back together. Put the real-time clock back in because I have no way of fixing it right now. After using the scope and probing the output of the video card, I realized that every signal was showing a ground waveform. You know, as like I was an antenna, 60 hertz. So we took this card out, and took the graphics card out, and took the daughter board off. And well, actually, first we took the card from the other SGI, and we were going to insert it into this backplane here, and see.
Found out it's incompatible.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you want to show everyone what we found?
Do you want me to take it out?
Yeah. Go ahead and take it out and light it up in the slot. So just kind of, that's all. You don't have to put it in there, but so this section here is for power connections for the purple Indigo when it probably came out originally. But this graphics card is not originally to the system. And this is the card from the green one I have, the card that was in the system. Somebody had taken out all these screws that were whatever blocking this, and had it plugged in, actually having these little metal pins right up against each board. Can you flip this up? So in between the boards there should be these little braces, in some of them at least. And yeah, it's just not physically possible to put those cards in without removing them intentionally. So I think somebody forced their cards into the slots, and then they got lucky and it turned on and ran.
Yeah.
They got lucky. And
that's probably why it was at the surplus, because it probably died.
Well, it worked. It worked until I reseated the card. So and I'm hoping it's not the card that failed, or something on the card that had failed from shorting out. But I think this is bad, because these power connections, I'm assuming that half of them are for 12 volts and the other half are for ground, or just something like that. But I'm measuring them with the diode check, and every single pin is shorted to every single pin. They're all.
Yeah, it's like one big diode.
No, it's like one big wire shorted out. I'm thinking that something on this card has failed, and that would be great, such as these capacitors. But if those went bad, and that was the only problem, that'd be easy. Alright, so I'll just pick this one pin here. Any other random pin. So they're all shorted to And if this is just one single rail, which I don't understand why they would do it like that.
I think the only way we could tell is if we flip the card over.
Well, I can connect to one of the positive on this tantalum here. I can do the same thing on the negative side. Or I can even just go across this.
What if all the power ports are connected to one particular...
Well, I'm pretty sure that positive and negative aren't going to be connected.
Oh, low battery.
So, I've tested these are all shorted to themselves in some way. But I was able to test these capacitors over here, so these are not shorted. And that's because nothing's plugged into all this connection. Which doesn't make sense, actually. But anyway, I'm going to keep testing each of these sections, and maybe it's possible to narrow down what is causing this. It might even just be like all these.
Yeah, they all look pretty bloated.
Yeah, and when I had first got it, they were kind of all bent and messed up too. Resistor packs. So here's the other Indigo. This one had a bad power supply. It wouldn't even chime when it turns on. I don't even think the light came on. So I'm currently fixing the power supply on this one. And I think what I'm going to do first is open this one up and swap out the back plane and see if it's even compatible. And test the video card that came out of this one.